guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and today I am going to go through a whole bunch of my old planners and kind of show how my planning style and Erin Condren itself has changed over the years. So I have been using Erin Condren since 2015, and that's when I got into like more of the higher end planners. I've been using planners since like they gave us those throwaway ones in elementary school, and then I used to get like random ones when I started college in 2011. And then I was researching because I wanted something different and something better, and I came across Erin Condren in 2015. So my planning style has evolved so much, and I'm so thankful for that. But I thought it would be fun to go through some of the old planners and just kind of see how it all went. So let's get into the planners. So this first one, this was my first Erin Condren planner. I loved the gold on it. This design was so cute, but this is also, I loved this vellum. I kind of crinkled it. I don't know what I did to it. This is old, so, but I loved this design. I loved this planner. I loved this vellum, but I got the gold to go with, you know, it matches. It's all pretty, but even like these pages have evolved so much now, so much. And yeah, this is what it used to look like back when I first got my planner. I didn't fill out any of these pages, so those are all blank, and you can see what they looked like. But the actual planner itself was just the standard vertical 3 boxes, and I really didn't do anything. I didn't understand stickers. Like, I think I got this one sticker pack off of Etsy because this was when I was pregnant with my oldest son. So I didn't even know how to break anything up. I didn't know what I was doing. I was tracking football games, I guess. But other than that, I just kind of, yeah, this is just what it looked like, though. It had the little box up here and still had the sidebar. I just did not know how to plan yet. So it was pretty interesting to see like what it used to look like and how I didn't even know what I was doing. And I don't even think I did anything this week. So this was just a blank week. This is what it looked like back then. But yeah, this was 2015 for this planner in just the vertical. So this next one, I can't find my 2017 and 2018 planner, but I don't know where that is, which I need to find that because I like to keep them all. But this next one, this is 2019. So this was the year we had the Kaleidoscope, which I know there's mixed opinions on the Kaleidoscope, but I loved this, thought this was beautiful. I was a Kaleidoscope fan, but I did use this one up quite a bit. But in this year, I had discovered kits, and I think that I went overboard a lot of the time. This is very busy for my brain. Back then, though, oh, I loved this. This kit is still adorable, though. I love her stickers. This is Sweet Kawaii Design, and her stickers are adorable. I just, look at how cute. Look at how cute. I can't. But this was how I used to plan. This is still a vertical. I did kind of break out my sections a little bit more. I used the middle for like deco, but like this was just a to-do list up here, and I did put appointments in my to-do. I don't know why I did that. Whatever, but I did. So, and then I think these were like, I don't know what on earth that was. I apparently just was not good at marking things, but this I know was my son's like lunch menu from preschool. And then I had like shows that I wanted to watch down here, and then little icons for different things. But oof, this was quite a bit for my brain, but still in a vertical. Let me see if I can find a blank weekly spread. Well, here's the monthly. So this was what the monthly looked like for that year in 2020, which we all know what that year was. So quite a doozy this year, but that was the monthly. Let me see again if I can find the blank weekly. Okay, so here is a week that I did not plan in here. This is what the vertical looked like back in 2020, that mini calendar. This hexagon, I remember, was a pain, though, to cover up. That was a pain point for a lot of people, but still pretty. And yeah, this is what it looked like in 2020. So that is that planner 2019 through 2020. This one was the layers, which I loved the layers cover, but I got neutral tabs and neutral insides this year. So that was different for me. I don't know. I want to say it was the Kaleidoscope that had the first year with the neutral in like the actual like design with the neutral. Not the Just My Type, but I'm not 100%. I think so. But this was the layers cover. And then, yeah, like I said, this was the inside. So it has the neutral inside. And let's look at my planning style for this year. So this was when I switched to hourly, which worked so well for my brain. So this is also when I got a little bit better at not overloading with kits. I think this is a Sarah Marie Stickers kit, I think, but it's less busy. It's not too bad, but I was tracking, this is work stuff on the side. So yeah, these were just like, this was my zone cleaning. I think this was more marking like work stuff, and then there's stuff for my son. But I had a lot more space here to like not be as crowded, which was nice. I loved the hourly very much. So this is how that was for that year. Wanted to see if I could find a blank spread. So this is very neutral, and it just had the mini calendar. I think that's, and no habit trackers. I wish that it still didn't have the habit trackers, but that is pretty similar to what it looks like still, just without this and then with added habit trackers. So yeah, that is 2020 and 2021. This next year was my favorite year with the florals. I loved this design. All of the colors and stuff, it was so pretty. It was so pretty. So this one was 2021 and 2022. So we did have the pretty vellum in this one also, which I miss. Then as far as the planning went, I even was more simple in this one. I was in the same, the hourly, it's pretty much structured exactly the same. Still, well, that sticker bent, whatever. Still tracking work stuff over here, and it's just pretty neutral, nothing too crazy. This was cute though. I loved this design. And then another mini calendar. It moved down here this year, but yeah, nothing too crazy. I think, yeah, they were pretty much all the same, my weeks. I actually don't have a blank week in this one to show you, but I didn't sticker it up too bad, so you can kind of see what it looks like. So yeah, that is 2021 and 2022. So 2022 and 2023, this was the color blends year. I am a diehard color blends person. I wish that they would give this back because I was obsessed with it. So there's sticky notes in here. Didn't even know those were in there. Cool. I loved this. Like this was, I don't even know what happened here. I must have got something on it, but this was so pretty. I was obsessed with it. I didn't do anything here, but this page, if you watched my other video of how I use these boxes, it was the same thing, but I loved it. Super hard to cover up with stickers, but I feel like there was enough there you didn't need to. As far as the weeks go, still in the hourly for me, and this was the week my second son was born, so not too much going on there. But I liked how simple this was, and I didn't cover up the top here, but that's what that looked like. Yeah, not too bad. There's my son's spelling words. That was, yeah, this was the day he was born, so that was another hourly year for me. Here's a blank week in this planner, so you can see the differences every year. But yeah, that was 2022 and 2023. So for 2024, I did try the A5 Daily Duo Ring Agenda. This is such a pretty agenda. This is the peacock color. I was just planning in the weekly overview, not the daily pages. And I did really like this, but I had that space issue. I just couldn't, I don't know. I think I'm just not an A5 person, I think it was, but Still very cute, super functional. I loved this, but I did end up switching out of this and moved into another hourly, but this was the ring agenda that I used in 2024. And I did start off 2025 in this dashboard planner, which I had mentioned in another one of my videos. This was a test week that I did recently, but this is how this one looks when it's set up. I did like this. I loved this side. I like the vertical more than the horizontal boxes. So I think that was my hang up with this one, but I do really, really love this planner. But this again is the dashboard planner. And this is just a blank week if you wanted to see what it looks like if you're not familiar. And last but not least, this is my daily duo that you guys see me plan in most of the time. This is what I'm currently in. So yeah, that is the planners over the years. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I just thought it was a quick, fun little video. And I enjoyed looking through all of my old planners and my really messy spreads. But anyway, have a good day, you guys, and I will see you in my next video.